I think one of like the biggest questions that I hear, because you are a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist, first thing I think when I hear that is magician with a watch waving it in front of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess, does hypnotherapy actually work? And that's actually probably too broad of a question.
Yeah.
What does hypnotherapy work for?
Let's get back to the watch for a moment. Mesmerism. This was where look into my eyes.
You keep talking. I'm just going to try and this.
You're getting sleepy, that kind of thing. That's from the mesmerism side of history. That's before it was called hypnotherapy. So it was called mesmerism. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we think about Émile Coué, he was a pharmacist, a French pharmacist, and he understood the power of suggestion. He would give sugar pills to people and go, every day in every way you're going to feel better and better. And he noticed that how powerful those were in comparison to the normal medication. They were just as powerful. So there's a lot in the way of a hypnotherapist and the idea of putting someone into hypnosis. So the mesmerism is I've got power over you. The Émile Coué is more of that understanding the power of suggestion. And that the power of suggestion is also about how we tell our own story. So if you say, I'm going to be relaxed and calm, you're more likely to be relaxed and calm. If you say, I hope I'm not going to get stressed and worried, then you're more likely to be stressed and worried because you've pointed your mind into what you don't want rather than focusing on what you desire.
Right.
So hypnosis actually happens instantly all the time within our given day. So we go into daydreamy-like states where we're focused or fixated on something for a period of time, and we have a process going on where we make decisions. So that's actually your own self-hypnosis.
And so what you guys are doing as a hypnotherapist is you're trying to put somebody in that state and then use the power of suggestion.
Correct.
To then alter people's ways of thought.
So everyone goes naturally into hypnosis. I'm just guiding them.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not putting them under. So that kind of means that I've got control over them in some way. I can, through the art of suggestion, probably control a lot of people, but in a therapy sort of session, it's different. You want to really be focused on empowering them to empower themselves.
Is that kind of like, it sounds like what you're talking about is like TM, transcendental meditation? Similar. With transcendental meditation, it is the individual putting themselves in that state and then actively putting those thoughts into their own mind as well.
Yeah.
Would you say it's different in that instead of the individual doing it, is you putting those?
So when I'm talking to a client, I'm looking for the treasure. I'm looking for their golden nuggets of things they want or desire that are opposite to their status quo at the current time. Let's say they have a fear of heights. Their story about the fear of heights is going to be reinforced accidentally when they start to think about what's coming ahead and start to imagine how they're going to be, but it's not always positive. Right? So their mind starts to get out of control and it starts to compound a negative suggestion. What I need to do is interrupt that and help them to interrupt that. Say, okay, you had been doing that. What's the future though? What do you want? So as I'm interviewing, as I'm looking and talking to that person, I'm inviting them to think about putting things in past tense and starting to future pace. Start to get them to imagine success in their mind, what that looks like, sounds like, feels like. So that's a big part of the process. So a lot of the magic actually happens before they formally get hypnotized.
Right.
Because when we go into a very thoughtful conversation, you're naturally going into a hypnotic state where you're focused for a period of time on a specific thing. And then you're more open to suggestion, of course, because you're processing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And it sounds like anybody can get into that state. Thank you for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the left. And if you want to watch the full episode, hit the square on the bottom. To watch another small clip, go ahead and hit that square on top. And if you just want to listen to the full episode but don't have time to watch it, you can find this podcast wherever podcasts are listened to. Thanks. Bye.